We now welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Shahanshah Mirza. Mr. Shahanshah Mirza is the great-great-grandson of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, the last ruler of Awadh. He is an IRS officer in the GST department of the Ministry of Finance and is currently posted in Calcutta. He has co-authored 3 books, Calcutta Built Heritage, Calcutta Dotes, and a commemorative volume on diplomatic relations between China and India, and is currently working on the 4th one. He is a dedicated social and green activist and has planted thousands of saplings. Mr. Mirza actively promotes the use of jute and other biodegradable products. He's passionate about preserving and promoting the heritage of India and is a life member of INTACH, Indian National Trust for Art and Culture Heritage, and various other heritage awareness bodies. He's a public speaker and speaks on various issues from different platforms all over the country. Please welcome Mr. Shahanshah Mirza on stage to say a few words. With a huge round of applause, please. To felicitate Mr. Mirza, may we please invite Dr. Aurobindo Ghosh. Thank you, Dr. Ghosh. May we please have Mr. Mirza on the mic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of great privilege for me to be a part of this wonderful literary carnival. We have some guests who have come from outside Calcutta, from other cities, and I would like to tell them that Calcutta is a fascinating city. In today's world of internet, television, and various other activities, there are 2 literary festivals going on simultaneously in Calcutta, and a few days from now we'll be having the Calcutta Book Fair, which draws, I can't even guess how many people. It's in thousands and thousands every day. Calcutta is one of those very few cities in India where people still like to read books. They are passionate about books. We have a whole market in Calcutta called College Street, and the demand for second-hand books is tremendous. Some of the rare books which you might find in very few cities of the world, you'll find in College Street, and that too at a bargain. I would like to thank my friend Shahanshah Roy for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this festival. I would also like to thank Keynote Publishers for organizing this wonderful carnival. While Shahanshah was introducing, she told me that I'm a public speaker. And I would like to share something very interesting with all of you, especially my young friends, that when I was in school, to be more specific, when I was in class 10, I was a very shy boy. I couldn't speak even a single sentence in front of the class. I remember when I was in class 10, one day our English teacher came and he told the monitor to find 5 or 6 boys. And the monitor at random, he picked 5, 6 boys and he chose me also. So I was a bit scared. I said, why did he choose me? What wrong did I do? And then the teacher went on the board and he wrote a topic which I still remember: metro railway is a myth. So he said, all 5 of you have to speak on this topic tomorrow. And I was very nervous. I was wondering, how will I speak in front of my friends? So I came home, I told my parents that, tomorrow I have to speak on this topic, metro railway is a myth, and I don't want to go to school. Day after tomorrow, I'll go to school and, I'll tell my teacher that, either I had a stomach ache or, I had fever. My parents were very loving people, but they were very strict when it came to education. They said, okay, no, you have to go. Even if you make a fool of yourself, you have to go and speak in front of your friends. So then I consulted my sister, and she told me, whatever you want to speak, why don't you write down and just try to remember the points. So I did that, and next day when I went to school, the moment I entered the school, I met a friend of mine, and he told me, यार आज तो तुमको बोलना है ना मेट्रो रेलवे पे. And whatever little confidence I could gather, it evaporated. Finally, the class came, the English class came, and and the English teacher came, and one by one, boys were being told to speak on this topic. And when my turn came, I don't know what I spoke. Maybe शायद मुझे भी समझ में नहीं आया मैं क्या बोला. But the important thing is that I was able to break the ice. And from then on, I gathered some confidence, and I started speaking at different places. And today, my friend has given me a chance to speak to you. So challenging one dream, I think it is very important that all of us should have a dream. Azim Premji, one of the most important businessmen who's heading Wipro, had once said that if no one is laughing at your dream, it means that you are not dreaming big. So one has to dream big. Dreams are not just for lucky few. Each one of us have a dream, and we should dream. Why not? And I would say that, you should dream big. Dream for the stars. Even if you fall, you land somewhere. And if you work with a lot of dedication, sincerity, I don't think why one should be unsuccessful. You will land somewhere or the other. Since we are talking about books, this festival is all about books. So let me give you an example of J.K. Rowling. She was a single woman. She was on welfare. But she was passionate about writing. She contacted numerous publishers, and she was being turned down. But she believed in her work, she believed in herself, and she believed in the writing of magic that she created. And finally, one day, she was being able to produce the Harry Potter series. And it created a sensation. I know one bookseller in Calcutta, and he told me that on a particular day, they were supposed to sell Harry Potter series. So he has his book outlet on Chittaranjan Avenue, and they had gone there the previous night. And he said that, we were preparing the bookstore, and he said around 4:30 in the morning, they could hear footsteps. It was a colonial building in Chittaranjan Avenue, and they were scared that, who would come so early in the morning. And finally they saw a young woman walks in at 4:30 in the morning wanting to buy a copy of Harry Potter book. And it came as a pleasant surprise to them. For those of you who would like to know the worth of J.K. Rowling, I have the 2021 figure. She was estimated to be having 820 million sterling pounds. Don't tell me to calculate in Indian rupees. I'll take 10 minutes to do that. And she was ranked 196th richest person in UK. So you can understand that, by writing, by chasing your dream, where you can reach. I would also like to give the example of Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. He was once ousted from the very company that he created, but he used it as a fuel. He wanted to come back, he wanted to prove a point. He pursued his dream with relentless determination, and he returned to Apple years later, and to transform it, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. Sometimes, when we fail, we get disheartened, we get depressed. But I think we should use it as a stepping stone. My personal take is that we must treat each and every experience in life as a learning experience. We must always try to look at positive side of life. Things may go wrong, things may not go the way we want it to go. But why not take it as an experience? Why not understand what made it go wrong? And when we try the next time, try to see that, it has been rectified. When we talk about dreams, all of us want to become successful. There's no doubt about it. But success to each one of us is different. For some it could be money, for some it could be fame, for some it could be power, for some it could be glamour. And it is perfectly all right for you to interpret the concept of success in your own way. A person like Gopal Das, the famous engineer turned monk. He was a very successful engineer, then he did his MBA, and when he was at his peak of his career, he decided to become a monk. And today he is a celebrity monk. So for him, success would be somewhat different. For Amitabh Bachchan, success would be different. For a politician, success would be different. But it is important to have an important target in your mind, a goal in mind, and pursue towards it. I'm sure some of you must be dealing in share market. So in share market, if you want to make money, one of the things that people usually ask is it the right time to invest? I have been in share market since 1991. I was attracted by a man called Shahanshah Mirza, and I thought that, overnight I'll become a billionaire. But I lost, some thousand which I borrowed from my father at that point of time, like many of us. In share market, there's no fixed time, because you never know which is the right time to invest. Because if someone would really know when is the right time to invest, he would not become a millionaire, billionaire, he would become a trillionaire. It is very difficult to understand what is the right time. Similarly, when it comes to career, what is the right time to launch? When is the right time to go cracking? There's no right time. The right time is now. You should start now. Like my father used to say that there's no tomorrow. Kal kisne dekha hai? Jo karna hai, aaj se start karo. And I think it is true for all of us. If we have to start, we have to start as soon as possible. Don't wait that, let this winter be over, let this year be over, and then this will be my new year resolution, and I'll start from 1st January. Kabhi 1st January kabhi aayega nahi. 1st January aayega, and then you will say that, okay, today is 1st of January, why not start from 2nd? It is important to recognize that dreams don't always unfold the way we expect, but the road is never straight. It is full of obstacles, there'll be disturbances, but the fact is that you have to be strong, you have to move ahead, and there's a very important concept about failure and success, and it has been written by an Urdu poet, and it is one of my favorite couplets. It says that, गिरते हैं शह सवार मैदान जंग में, गिरते हैं शह सवार मैदान जंग में, वो तिफ्ल क्या गिरे जो घुटनों के बल चले. Loosely translated into English, it means that, it is only the brave warrior who goes into the battlefield and, he becomes a martyr. But those of us who have already accepted defeat, we can't fall. We have already fallen. So before I conclude, I would remind that, dreams are worth chasing. They may seem distant, they may seem impossible at times, but they are certainly not beyond reach. If you have a dream, no matter how big, how small, how ridiculous, how insignificant, how significant, please pursue it. Many, many years ago, someone must have thought that, man can fly. And I'm sure people must have laughed at him. They may have thought that, he has become mad, he has gone crazy. But that laid the foundation for Wright brothers to invent aeroplanes. And remember, those who win are those who believe they can. With these words, I would like to finish my talk. Thank you very much and have a great year. Thank you.